What if I told you that loneliness isn't just about being alone? Some of the loneliest people are surrounded by others every day. It's sneaky. It hides behind busyness, social media, even laughter. And the worst part? You might not even realize it's happening to you. 7 surprising signs you might be lonelier than you think, and what you can do about it. Number 1, you're exhausted all the time, but you're not doing much. You wake up feeling tired. You didn't stay up late, you're not physically drained, yet somehow you feel like you ran a marathon in your sleep. Sound familiar? That's because loneliness isn't just in your head, it affects your body. Studies show that chronic loneliness increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone responsible for keeping your body in a mild fight or flight state. Your brain sees loneliness as a survival threat, so it keeps your system on high alert. The result? You feel drained even if you've done nothing. One way to counteract this? Social microdosing. Tiny, low-effort interactions like chatting with your barista, making eye contact with a stranger, or sending a random "hey" text to a friend can give your brain the connection boost it's craving. But being tired all the time isn't the only weird sign of loneliness. Sometimes it shows up in how we talk to people. Number 2, you over-explain everything. Let's say you cancel plans. Instead of a simple, "hey, I can't make it," you find yourself typing a mini novel explaining why. "Sorry, I had a long day and I have this work thing tomorrow, and also I didn't sleep well, and my cat looked at me weird, so I think she needs emotional support." Sound familiar? Over-explaining is often a sign that deep down you don't feel truly seen or understood. When we feel disconnected, we overcompensate, trying to make sure others get us so we don't feel so invisible. Next time, try this. Just say what you mean and let it sit. No justification, no follow-up text. Just a simple, "I can't make it tonight. Hope you have fun." It might feel weird at first, but watch how freeing it is. And if that wasn't strange enough, loneliness can even mess with the way you experience joy. Number 3, you've lost interest in things you used to enjoy. You used to love reading, or painting, or gaming. Now, you look at your favorite hobby and feel nothing. Loneliness often sneaks in like this. Hobbies aren't just about fun, they're about connection. Maybe you used to share your interests with friends, post about them online, or discuss them with someone close. When those interactions fade, the joy of the hobby can fade with them. Instead of forcing yourself back into old habits, try something new but social. Join a book club, even if it's online. Find a casual gaming group, or work on your art in a shared space like a cafe. Novel experiences help reignite motivation and naturally lead to connection. And speaking of connection, this next sign is about something most people don't realize they're avoiding. Number 4, you crave deep conversations but avoid small talk. You want real connection, meaningful conversations. But when someone says, "hey, how's your day?" you feel an overwhelming urge to say "good" and walk away. Loneliness can make small talk feel pointless, like a waste of energy. But here's the thing, deep conversations don't just happen. They build over time, and small talk is the foundation. Research shows that casual interactions, even just talking about the weather, create familiarity, which makes people more likely to open up to each other later. So next time someone asks, "how's it going?" resist the urge to autopilot your response. Say something slightly more interesting. Weirdly obsessed with learning about space this week. Currently on a mission to find the best coffee in the city. These little moments build deeper connections over time. Number 5, you scroll on social media, but it doesn't feel good. You're technically connected to hundreds of people, but somehow the more you scroll, the worse you feel. That's because not all social media use is equal. Research shows that passive social media use, just scrolling, actually increases feelings of loneliness. On the flip side, active engagement, DMing a friend, leaving a comment, can reduce loneliness by creating real interaction. Before you scroll, try this. Message one person. It doesn't have to be deep. Just, "hey, saw this meme and thought of you." That tiny shift turns social media from isolating to connective. Number 6, You feel weirdly annoyed by happy people. You open Instagram and see a couple posting about their best date night ever, or a group of friends traveling together. Instead of liking their posts, you feel annoyed. That irritation? It's loneliness disguised as cynicism. Your brain is wired to seek belonging. When you feel disconnected, seeing happy groups can trigger comparison or even resentment. Instead of brushing off that feeling, pause and ask, is this about them, or do I need to reconnect with someone myself? Number 7, you avoid asking for help even when you need it. The lonelier we feel, the less likely we are to reach out. Our brain convinces us we're a burden, even when we're not. One trick? Start with a low-stakes ask. Instead of waiting for a deep, vulnerable moment, text a friend for something small. Hey, do you have a good podcast recommendation? These micro-asks rebuild connection without pressure. Loneliness is more common than people realize. Which of these signs hit home for you? Drop a comment. And if this video helped, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos.